decided to work with Zach because Max knew him from college. So initially when we were talking about, hey, it's time to sell our house, Max is like, oh, I know a guy. And I was like, well, what does that mean, you know a guy? And he told me about Zach a little bit, which I'd heard about Zach because they would play basketball together sometimes. And I was like, okay, well, I was like super serious about who we were gonna be using, because selling a house, you need somebody that has the knowledge, that will spend the time to get to know you and your house, your neighborhood, the area, spend the time to market your house. And I knew all of these things because I used to work in the mortgage industry, and it was really important to me and to us really to sell our house quickly and honestly to get as much money as we could for it. So as Max was telling me about Zach, I was like, okay, sounds all fine and dandy, but you know, he's gonna have to come over and meet us. Make sure he knows he doesn't just have the job just because we know him, because that's not my style when I'm selling my house. Like, you know, it's our most expensive asset we have. So it's like, we need someone that's gonna really work for us, and not just because they know us, but because this is their job, their career. And so Zach came over one morning, and you know, he told us what he would do for us, what it was gonna cost us, all of those things, and he really he impressed us. He impressed me, so that, I mean, I think ultimately I was the deciding factor there. And we decided to work for Zach because, of course, we'd always love to work with somebody we know, but you can't just choose to work with somebody you know. You need to choose to work with somebody that you know that's gonna do a good job and do your house justice, really. And I think that's ultimately why we decided to work with him.
And when I first talked to Zach about coming over, I told him, you know, Alli's going to grill you with some questions, and sure enough, she did. And Zach had this list of things that he gave us that he would do for us, that he would provide us during this process, and it blew me away, but blew Alli away for sure. And so Zach definitely impressed Alli, and yep, I already knew I wanted to work with Zach, but I knew Alli would be the one to make that final decision. One of the things I appreciated when just discussing things with Zach or about his communication with us was when we had a question about how much we wanted to list the place for. You know, we had some second thoughts, or we're thinking maybe we should change that, and instead of Zach just saying, no, let's stick to this price, or no, we're going to do this, he said, well, I'll put together a few things and let's have a discussion on what we want to do. And he took a lot of time, and we had about a 15-20 minute discussion on what we wanted to do, why, and we felt very, very good with the price that we decided on after that. So I really appreciated that.
And I think working with Zach versus just any other realtor helped us. Helped us because we talked about different things that we were thinking about maybe doing to help our house sell faster or help our house sell for more. And I had a couple ideas, like replacing the sod in the backyard, or I was even kind of toying with the idea of repainting the house. And he was really honest with what he thought we would spend for what we would actually get back monetarily in offers. And I really appreciated that. So I wasn't just throwing money away, but I was doing things that would really catch somebody's eye, and you know, maybe have somebody be able to see themselves living in our house and obviously wanting to buy it. So I really appreciated that. So I think Zach really negotiated the best price we could possibly get for our house from talking to the agents that were super interested before they submitted offers in writing. You know, I know Zach is an extremely honest guy, and he always wants the best for his clients. So when he was telling agents, you know, it does sound like we're gonna get more than one offer. Sounds like it's gonna be over ask, you know, things like that. He was also super honest with them, obviously without giving everything away. But telling the agent that he knew their clients basically were going to buy our house no matter what, kind of thing. That he told them like what they needed to do to get our house, and they listened. So, I mean, obviously we still reviewed all the offers, and their offer ended up being the strongest, and that's because Zach was honest with them and with us, and just told them, you know, how to make their offer just a little bit sweeter. So, I mean, if we were trying to sell our house by ourselves or just using, you know, any old agent, I don't think we would have gotten that extra little sweetness of, you know, waiving contingencies and maybe offering a little bit more, things like that. Things I wouldn't have even thought to tell an agent that we needed to make their offers sweeter for us to choose it, kind of thing. So that was definitely a big deal with negotiating offers.